My lovely audience, you all are welcome to this lovely channel, Astropenetia. I'm your friend, astrologer, palmist Shivam. So today we are going to talk about this new moon which has come into the sign of Sagittarius and in nakshatra of Purva Ashadha. Now, the sign of Sagittarius is about our luck, is about our fortune, and most importantly, the nakshatra Purva Ashada directly focuses on our qualities, on our creative qualities. It focuses on our, you know, love qualities, and most importantly, it is an invincible star, right? So all what you desire, all what you manifest happens in this time period. And this is a very lovely new moon where Mercury, your Mars and Sun, four of the planets are in conjunction, right? And it is important to harness the energy of each one of these planets. This new moon in the sign of Sagittarius is all about understanding your dharma, understanding your duties. This is a time when you have to align your mind towards positivity, when you have to align your mind towards the mindfulness, and most importantly, being aspected by Jupiter. This new moon can be a wealth generator for you. Most importantly, you have to understand your rituals. Most importantly, you have to understand your duties, your way of doing things, and all the things are going to fall in line for you. And this full new moon can be very transformatory for each one of you, right? And especially for the fire sign people, it is the most strongly influenced time for you, right? You will be very strongly influenced by this new moon, and in this time period you can do certain ritual to enhance the energy of your planets, and most importantly, to get rid of the karmic debts, you can do certain remedies in this time period, right? And so we will talk about each one of the signs, starting with the fire sign people. What are the fire signs? The sign of Leo, the sign of Aries, and the sign of Sagittarius. And remember, here we are talking about the rising sign and the moon sign. For you people, this is a time when you have to align your mind towards seeing positive in everything. This is a time when you have to become quick, witty, and decisive in your matters. This is a time when you will get opportunities for your growth, and most importantly, people into the field of education, knowledge, in banking and finance. You people are going to grow in this time period, right? Most importantly, you have to learn the art of conversation in this time period, and aligning your mind towards, even praying to your ancestors in this time period. Now, this new moon can be very good for you people if you are doing donations in the name of your ancestors, for especially for the male lineage, and especially for the ones who have troubled sun in their birth chart, or sun affected by Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, or any of the malefics in your birth chart. Or if you're not getting respect at your workplace, you can do simple remedies of donating food, donating things in the name of your ancestor this new moon, and lighting candles in the evening for them during the night time, lighting candles in their name, right? And for you people, this can be a time when you can align your mind, your energy into your growth, into your prosperity, and most importantly, your luck is favoring you. There are chances that you might go out for short travels in this time period. All my lovely fire sign people, sign of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I'm talking about. You can go for short travels. You can go for exploring new business opportunities in this time period. So best of luck to lovely fire sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the earth sign people. Now, what are the earth signs? Is Virgo, Taurus, and your Capricorn. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to put your mind in letting it go, because the fourth house, 8th house, and 12th house are very active. People into construction, real estate, or counseling business, you are going to grow in this time period. This is a time when you have to sit back and relax. This is a time when you have to assign your task to others, and you can face, troubles and at times anxiety in your relationship matters in this time period. Yes, earth sign people. And most importantly, you have to let go all your fear, phobias and self doubts in this time period. Let go all of them, right? All your self doubts, because Jupiter is strongly aspecting your house of 8th house of transformation, 8th, 12th and 4th. This can be a time where when you will learn lots of deep lessons of life, and for you this will go for next whole year. You will learn deep lessons of life in this year, right, my lovely earth sign people. And you have to manage your expenses well in this time period, right? You have to manage your expenses well. Most importantly, your hard work is paying you well. Your hard work will help you to grow. Your hard work will bring you at a position which will bring new opportunities for you, right? And since Ketu has been a strong influence, you might feel detached, or I would say spiritual at the very same time in this time period. Simple remedy of focusing on your base chakra, that is the Mooladhara chakra, will help you to enhance your positivity, and also it will throw out your fear and phobia. Simply chanting the mantra of Om Lam Om, Om Lam Om 21 times for next 11 days will help you to get rid of all your anxieties. Now next we're going to talk about the air sign people. Now, what are the air sign? The sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra and the sign of Aquarius. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to put your mind at rest. This is a time when you have to be gentle and loving with your close ones. This is a time to spend more time with your friends, family and gatherings. This is a time when you have to be vocal, when you have to be active about your conversations, when you have to be you, right? And most importantly, in this time period, there can be multiplicity of love interests in this time period, because the way your planets are activating. And this also tells that your public dealing will come into focus in this time period, because Saturn is very well favoring you in this time period. All the hard work will pay you off well, right? And you people have been pretty worried about your finances in this time period. I would say that simple remedy of praying to Lord Shiva will help you to get rid of your financial troubles, right? And donating jaggery or good, right? Or you can start your day with consuming jaggery, right, which is made out of sugarcane in the morning, because it will strengthen up your Mars in this time period, which will help you to have gains in this time period, and it will also enhance your willpower. So there can be a trouble that you can become a people pleaser in this time period. So avoid being a people pleaser in this time period. Rather focus more on the real time connections in this time period. My lovely air sign people I am talking about. So focus more on the real time connections in this time period. Now next we're going to talk about the water sign people. Now what are the water sign? The sign of your Cancer, the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Pisces. For all these three signs, this is a time when your love energy, when your romantic energy is quite high, when your creative energy is very high, and at the very same time your anxieties are also high, right? So you have to balance your energies in this time period. You have to focus on doing manifestations related to finances, relating to abundance at home, and also the financial progress, right? It will help you to grow. As I can see in your birth chart, so in the matters of relationship, things have not been pretty clear for you, right? The way your planetary placements are. Rahu Venus, Rahu's aspect on Venus has been creating a lot of, strong creative energy, strong love energy, but things have not been fructifying, right? And this has been one of the cause of your anxiety in this time period. People working into the service sector, people working into the hospitality industry, you are going to grow in this time period. People who are looking for, you know upgradation or some kind of promotion, there are chances that the promotion is coming. Simply, a simple remedy you can do in this time period: putting up some turmeric in your bathing water. You can add some turmeric in your bathing water and then taking a bath, right? It will better your Jupiter in this time period, as the Jupiter is very strongly aspecting your houses of finances and progress, right? And take care of your stomach health in this time period, right? You have to take care of your stomach health, of your body in this time period, my lovely water sign people I'm talking about. And most importantly, you have to avoid toxic people in this time period, right? You have to avoid toxic people who are very cold in their nature, right? You have to stay more with the lively souls, right? You have to stay more with the lively souls in this time period. So best of luck to all the signs. Now starting with each one of the signs, starting with the sign of Aries. For the Aries rising sign and moon sign, this is a time when you have to focus on your meditation, on your prayers, and luck will favor you in this time period. Praying to your ancestors will bring in new positivity, and your blockages in one or the other aspect of your life will be removed. And most importantly, Jupiter placing in your first house is making you wise, is making you intelligent, is making you have all the abundance and gains around you, because it is also the lord of your house of luck, placing in the first house, bringing gains for you, right? Your personality will come into focus in this time period, right? And you have to focus on enhancing your personality. You have to be more mindful of your communication. You have to be more mindful of the people that you choose around in this time period. And definitely with work, your progress and growth is coming. Since Rahu has been troubling your 12th house, avoid consuming alcohol or too much of smoking. That can ruin that can, bring down your capacity to do work, and that can also keep your health in a health bit troubled, right? You have to avoid it. And most importantly, for the fire sign people, simply chanting the mantra of Lord Shiva will help you to have monetary gains in this time period. So best of luck to you. Now next we're going to talk about the Taurus sign people. For the sign of Taurus, this is a time when you have to focus on just letting it go, when you have to leave all your fears and phobias behind and focus on your real time growth, right? And also it is a time when you have to do things in secret, right? You have to do it when you do not have to reveal too much of your things, of your plans, or what is going on around, right? You have to do things in secrecy. Since Venus has been placing in your 7th house, the way it is placing in the sign of Scorpio, so it can keep you more and more sexual in this time period. So keep a check on your physical desires, keep a check on your needs, right? In this time period, rather focus, harness that energy into creating your abundance in this time period, right? Simply chanting the mantra of goddess Durga, Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, will bring clarity in your mind, will bring clarity in your mindset, right? And secondly, treating your partner well in this time period, either gifting your partner something or taking them out for a dinner or for some good time, right? That will help you to grow in this time period. And people into construction, into any kind of iron related business, you are going to grow in this time period. So best of luck to you. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Gemini. For the Gemini sign people, this is a time when you have to focus on your public dealing, when you have to focus on to balancing your relation. People into the field of marketing, into journalism, into sales of things, you people are going to grow. Your strategies are going to work, and you have to focus on having a one-on-one meeting with people, right? And most importantly, people working as managers, you are also going to have a good time in this time period. Your strategies will work, your ideas will shape up in this time period, and people will listen to you. Most importantly, you have to understand your boundary, you have to understand your limitation, right? In the sense that you do not have to allow, you do not have to be overly generous to people in this time period, or you do not have to allow others to cross the boundary in this time period. So you have been feeling pretty bit cut off from your family, from your loved ones at times, but that cutoff is important to realize your own personality, to realize your own journey, right? And only something new can come when the old will go away, right? And you have to understand the universe, you have to understand that how the universe works, right? And let the things take their own course, right? Allow them to come in your life. And you never know, because too many thoughts going on in your mind, you never know what good is coming in your life in this time period. As for the relationship part, or choice of people part, at times you might stay confused with them, right? If you are staying confused, just cool down yourself and go with the flow, right? So best of luck to my lovely sign of Gemini. Next we're going to talk about the sign of Cancer. For the lovely sign of Cancer, this is a time, Cancer, when you have to understand on setting a right routine for yourself. This is a time when you can have hidden enemies around you, right? And you have to keep a smile while facing them. People who are having some legal disputes, people who are into working as lawyers, you people are going to grow. People having legal disputes, things will solve for you. Simply chanting the mantra of God Bhairava, Lord Bhairava, simply chanting the mantra of Om Bham Bhairvai Namaha, Om Bham Bhairvai Namaha, Om Bham Bhairvai Namaha. People into law school, people into some kind of managemental course, people even into banking, you people are going to grow in this time period. So make sure that you are putting your things right in right order. Since Venus and Rahu, the way they are placing, you are also having a lot of bad company around you, right? Get rid of the toxic people around you. That is very important for your growth, right? And most importantly, in this time period, since Venus is strong, focus more on your creative side. Your creativity will help you to grow in this time period. And set a focus on your stomach health too, because stomach can be a trouble in this time period. So all the anxiety can come from your stomach too. So avoid eating too much spicy food in this time period. So best of luck to you. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo, you are on the path of recovery, growth, since the lord of this sign, sun, is placing strong in your 5th house, and you are re-exploring your talents in this time period. Most importantly, Mars, Sun, Mercury, you have been staying confused on certain things, but definitely as all this conjunction, the cusp will go away, you will have more and more clarity in your things. You will have more and more good things, growth in your things. Because Ketu has been placing in the rough sign of Virgo. So you have been pretty rough with your words and choice of words. I would say that focus on talking softly with other people in this time period, right? And most importantly, since your Jupiter is placing strong in your house of luck, right, you will have money flowing your way. And the thing is that try eating more vegetarian food, avoid consuming meat in this time period. And since Saturn is placing the way it is placing, you have been focusing on long term partnership, relationship, or you have been focusing every on the things which are, forever, which are for the long run. You are not looking out for something temporary, but you are focusing on something long term, right? Because the way the Saturn is placing, right? And avoid having loud partners in this time period, right? That can create trouble for you. Since Rahu is very strong in your 8th house, you will be pretty good with your research, and you will be very good and with your intuition in this time period. Avoid wearing blue and black in this time period. And most importantly, making donations in the name of your ancestors will help you to grow. Focus on your heart chakra for your growth, prosperity, and abundance. Right? So best of luck to the sign of Leo. Right? Now next we're gonna talk about the sign of Virgo. For the sign of Virgo, this is a time when you have to focus your mind into your family, when you have to focus your things into making your life more comfortable, when you have to manifest comfort, when you have to manifest your heartiest desires in this time period. Since your 4th house is very active in this time period, so there can be certain emotional troubles with your family members, right? It can be that during the new moon phase, the memories the memories of your childhood or of your past, they can come to you, they can haunt you at times. And with your prayers and meditation, you have to keep in mind that I forgive, right? I forget everything and I forgive, right? I know it's not easy to forgive, but you have to keep it in mind that you are forgiving in this time period, right? With your relationship, there have been certain confusions and at times the dry run in your relationship, because the way the Ketu and Rahu is influencing your 1st house and the 7th house, right? And try waiting for the right kind of partner in your life even in this time period. And make sure that you are putting your mind, because Venus is very good. So your people into the show buzz business, into the film industry, into acting, into any kind of, into designing, into jewelry designing, your things will grow in this time period, right? And since K2 has been keeping you confused but utterly hardworking, so you have to time and again keep a check on your direction, that where you are moving on your direction or on your path of life, right? You have to keep a check on it again and again. And take care of your liver and your digestion in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Virgo. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Libra. For the sign of Libra, this is a time when you have to focus on your communication. This is a time when you have to behave in a good, gentle manner with others. And most importantly, is Jupiter is giving you partnership, is giving you help from the other people in this time period, right? Saturn has been keeping you a bit blocked with your talents, and you have to put in extra efforts to keep your brain active in this time period, right? And I would say that your hard work will start to favor you, right? In this time period, focusing on your throat chakra will enhance your energy in this time period, right? Focus more on your throat chakra, since the lord of the 1st house is placing in 2nd. So money will flow to you automatically. Money will come to you the way the placements are. And most importantly, put your mind into meditation, focus on your throat chakra, and also networking, right? Networking will help you to enhance your money. It will help you to enhance your wealth in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Libra. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Scorpio. For the sign of Scorpio, This is a time when you have to speak positive about yourself. This is a time when you have to focus on your family, when you have to sit together and pray. Since Venus is strongly placing in your first house, so enhance your personality, focus more on dressing up well. And also your loving side has been very active in this time period recently, and all the planets getting collected in your second house, Kutum Sthana, can at times create certain anxieties in your mind, right? It can also make you feel bored, because this is also a Marka house, right? So it can make you feel bored, or feel, it can make you feel as if you have lots of obstacle in the journey of life, right? So obstacles are also important in your life. It makes you learn life, right? It teaches you lessons, and also, you know, you become a much mature person by facing all those situations in life, right? Remember, each one of us is on a journey of facing their fears or the nightmares or the things that they do not want to face, right? That is the harsh truth of life, right? Each one of us is facing situations over the lifetimes which they do not want to face, right? And it is important for you people to understand it, to accept it, and the only way going through all those situations is through it, right? So you have to understand it, and once you accept your journey, once you accept the whole scenario, nothing is going to stop you, trust me, right? And if you're lacking financial abundance, pray for your financial abundance. If you are lacking love in your life, pray for the love in your life, right? If you are lacking, peace in your life, just sit and meditate and do deep breathing. Take all the peace, abundance, and positive energy through your breath, and release all the doubts, fears, and anxiety, right? So you can do simple breathing techniques to enhance your mind energy in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Scorpio. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Sagittarius. For the sign of Sagittarius, this is a time when you will have a transforming time period. This is a time which will transform you, right, for your good, right? You will start with confusions and you will end up with clarity in this time period, this moon cycle. Because moon, sun, Mercury, Mars all are placing together, you can feel irritated, you can feel anxious in this time period, right? You can feel as if things are falling apart, but they are getting in order in this time period, right? And since moon is strong in your first house, be mindful of the thoughts that you're coming in your mind, right? Don't allow any kind of negativity, any kind of low-lying stuff to enter your brain in this time period. Jupiter is giving a wonderful aspect to all this combination. So prayers will help you to grow in this time period. And people will automatically, right kind of people will automatically come in your life in this time period. You have to work upon your overall personality in this time period, on your communication skills, on your ability to let it go, and most importantly, you are the vessel of love. You are the vessel of, I would say, positivity, and most importantly, you have to put your mind into a flowing manner, right? So you have to be like water, just flowing, just moving, right? And do not stagnate your mind in this time period. That is very important, right? For all my fire sign of Sagittarius I'm talking about, do not stagnate your mind in this time period, right? And you will have clarity for the whole year coming in these few days. So best of luck to the sign of Sagittarius. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Capricorn. For the sign of Capricorn, this is a time when you have to just sit back and relax, when you have to just focus on releasing all which is not required. All the negativity of 2023, all what is not required. And most importantly, there are certain chances of you to travel, right? So traveling is definitely on cards. Your hard work, your efforts are going to pay you well in this time period. And this new moon, you may not feel like connecting with anyone, right? Or moving to a far off place and just relaxing. Since people into the field of people working as nurses, doula, or people working into the medical field, you people are going to have a good time in this time period. And most importantly, since Mars, Sun, Mercury, they are strong in the 12th house, take good sleep, good rest in this time period. Rest is very important for you in this time period. And most importantly, in this time period, chanting the name of Goddess Vishnu or hearing the mantras related to Hari and Vishnu are going to help you to bring prosperity and growth at your in your family, at your home in this time period, right? And your enemies, or I would say that troubles, some certain hidden things, certain hidden troubles or people have been troubling you. They have been troubling you, or you feel as if there is a lot of anxiety because of it. It shall pass, right? And make sure that you're keeping your bed, keeping your place of your sleep very clean, your room very clean in this time period, because all the planets have gathered in the 12th house. So by cleaning your bed, by making your bed, you will keep that energy clean, right? So best of luck to the sign of Capricorn. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Aquarius. For the Aquarius sign people, this is a time when you have to just connect with people. This is a time when people will help you, people will support you. This is a time when you have to focus on multiplying your money, multiplying your things, and also you have to focus upon choosing right kind of people around you, right? Since Saturn has been making you a pretty hard worker in this time period, and your hard work has been paying you off well even in this time. And this is more of a time when you have to connect with your old friends, when you have to connect with the people who have been supportive of you. And most importantly, since Sun, Moon, Mars, they all are together in the 11th house, right? So all you might have it in mind of moving. You might have confusion relating to what kind of work to do in life, or what kind of profession is more suitable to you. And this confusion is going to stay with you for some time, right? As the time progresses, you will have more clarity in your working way. Since Jupiter is, no, you have to follow the Eastern science, the Vedic astrology, the sidereal science, not the Western science, right? So it is according to your rising sign and your moon sign. Since Jupiter is placing very strong in your public house, so you will be very courageous. You will be putting in lots of efforts into doing work, and I would say that all these efforts are going to help you to grow in this time period, right? And Saturn has been placing strong in the first house, but it has made you feel bit frustrated in last few months. Yes, during the retrograde, it has made you a lot frustrated. But now things will fall into much order for you people, right? And yes, on the partnership front, there is certain confusion, and it's gonna stay for some time. And if it is so, simply chanting the mantra of Goddess Lakshmi, right? simply chanting, taking the main mantra or name of Goddess Lakshmi, Om Lakshmi Namaha, Om Lakshmi Namaha, Om Lakshmi Namaha. Right? It will bring clarity even in your relationship and your finances in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Aquarius. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Pisces. For the sign of Pisces, this is a time when progress will flow, right? This is a time when you have to bring in certain changes in your working style, and this will help you to grow your finances in this time period. Since Jupiter, the way it is placing your second house, it is making you truth driven. It is making you speak all the truth, right? But that will also cause you losses. It will make certain losses for you. Remember that you have to be a bit diplomatic in your conversations in this time period, right? You do not have to be very direct with your communication. And most importantly, this Jupiter is beautifully aspecting your house of profession. So yes, you might have an upgradation or some kind of promotion at your workplace, which will improve your finances in this time period. So your finances are bound to improve in this time period. My lovely, lovely sign of Pisces I'm talking about. And another thing is that to enhance your positivity, to enhance your confidence, you can simply chant the mantra of hum, 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 H-U-M or H-A-M, hum, 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 right? And the way Moon, Sun, Mars, Mercury, they all are placing, it might be that there can be certain confusion with your colleagues, with the people that you're working for next 3-4 days. Avoid any arguments with people around you, right? Because that can land you in trouble. And most importantly, you have to work in coordination with everyone around you. That is very important, right? And do not use any kind of offensive words in this time period. My lovely, lovely sign of Pisces, right? So, and even the Rahu placing your first house has been causing you lots and lots of anxiety. So simply, you can do deep breathing to balance the energy of Rahu, and it also depends on the placement of Rahu in your birth chart, right? So for all the reading, it is important that you have to understand it along with you have to understand these transits in accordance with your birth chart, right? So transits will have no meaning if you do not understand your planetary placements in the birth chart, right? So this was my analysis about this new moon into the sign of Sagittarius and the nakshatra of Purva Ashadha, right? And this is a time when you have to do prayers, meditations, you have to do manifestations, right? That will help you to grow. I have already told about the affirmations that you can do in this time period to enhance your abundance and prosperity. Simply, you have to sit in a relaxed position and you have to repeat certain simple words that I release old limitations. I welcome the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. Simply chanting this thing. You have to chant that I embrace the adventurous energy of Sagittarius, new moon, opening myself to the new opportunities and expansive growth. You have to simply chant, I attract abundance and positive transformation in my life. Right? Simple words that will help you to grow in this time period. And I have explained about each one of the signs, right? I will be saving this live session, right? So you can re-watch the videos, and please share this live session with your near and dear ones, and you are always welcome to book a reading with me. So God bless you. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely night. Have a lovely, lovely day. God bless you. Bye-bye.